So the worms have decided to crawl out and play. Gah ha 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 ha! Loused fools! I am Rouxls Kaard, thou greatest adversary. Thou may have crawledst past all thou's otherest conundrums, but thous were created by utter weaklings. Now prepare thyself for the strongest puzzle of thou'st life. Toil, worms! Lost, frightened, confused. Good! Ha ha ha! Toileth in despair at the world's strongest puzzle. My, art thou still stucketh upon my puzzle? Trappedeth, like hopelessly like an insect in a roach's inn. Ah, perhaps I could find it in my heart to spare you. Should you grovel for 100 years? Ha ha ha! Gah ha ha! Thou'st guys really think that was all I hadst? Wrong! It's time for you to feel my real power. Behold my ultimate puzzle. Have at you! Gah ha ha ha! Face the true strongest puzzle, worms. This time the difficulty art magnitudes grander. See thou in 100 years, thou feeble insects. Oh, such despair! Oh, such sweet despair! Squirmst upon the earth like a moist noodle. Ha! Ha ha ha! Gullible worms! That wasn't really my ultimate puzzle. I have a waist better one right here. No. Welcome to my shop, you ungrateful worms. What shalt thou buy? Showeth me your treasure. No thank you. What item shalt thou prefer? Anything else? Ah, what is thine interest? I am the Duke of Puzzles, Rouxls Kaard. My hobbies includest calligraphy. My hobbies includest calligraphy, law-keeping, bug-keeping, cages, and long walks in the dungeon. Artist thou one of my admirers, worm? Ah ha ha! So I must amasseth funds, worm, an army of funds. So I may crushest thou like fermented grapes into a most delicious and adult beverage. Vengeance! Ah ha 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 ha! Oh, how I amuse myself. Our Lord King art a cruel and terrifying monarch. However, he is also brilliant. However, he is also brilliant, for he decidedest to appointest me as Duke of Puzzles, after pretty much as everyone else was firedest or placed inside a cage. Truly a benevolent ruler. His son, on the other hand, is more troublesome than a fistful of fleas. He always asks me the worst queries, and calleth me his lesser dad. Our relation is none, you little water beetle. I placate you for your father's sake. I do not wisheth to hear your MP3s. I would rather listen to the sweet song of death. How is he, anyhow? See thou in the dungeon, worms. Enough, worms! Thou may have cheated it through my puzzles, but in combat thou shalt be scattered about. Come, knaves, prepareth for battle with whatever this is. Yes, with my control crown, I mayest control any disc-shaped life form. Yes, the control crown is painful, but I'm certain this creature will feeleth relief when it sees how much more pain thou'll be in. Why, brilliant! Just brilliant! I knew you couldst do it, thou great heroes, thou. Thou seest that was merely a friendly test of thine abilities, but thou hast won, and now nothing blocks thine path. I personally could not be less of an obstruction. Luck be with you, heroes. Welcome, welcome, my heroic comrades. What is thine interest? By the way, no hard feelings about earlier, right? Aha, why of course I wouldst sell to my compatriot. Haha, why I haha, why of course I wouldst sell to my compatriots, the heroes of legend. Earlier art a test of your heroic resolve. Rouxls is always on the winning side, thou can bet on that. Yes, the king, a terrible man, an awful monarch. Never liked that guy, really. I just envisioned perhaps if I accepted this high-ranking position, I could assist to overthrow him from the inside. What? Cannot thou conceiveth of my plan? Perhaps my wording art a bit harsh earlier. The king's offspring is a darling. A strange and irritating darling. When his father does not cook, his son yells like a baby bird until I feed him worms. Is this what it means to be high-ranking? Come by any time, my good worms.